All praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kodash, the blindness to the apostles, a great millstone, to the brothers out there pushing this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom. This is your brother, Kanai. Again with another episode of GMS 5 Minutes of Israel. Right, and I will title this video A Glitch in the Matrix because that is what is happening now. So it's a very interesting topic. And why I say a glitch in the matrix is because there has been a plan that was orchestrated by the powers that be, or the elites. This image was taken from the back of the US dollar. As you can see down at the bottom, it says Nuevos Order Seclorum, which means New World Order. Alright, so these men have orchestrated a plan that requires for them to have a centralized database using the blockchain technology, right, and collect information on all individuals worldwide, right. Now this can be done by implementing the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. Right, now something is happening that is not a part of these men plan. Right, the narrative was written from before, and they see the narrative playing out, and they see a group of individuals that they have uh, devised mechanisms and other devices to separate, right, and rob them of their identities, rob us of our identities. And this group of men are the Latinos, the Native American Indians, and the Negroes, right, which the Bible describes them to be the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, right. And I see these men coming up and uniting as one, which they have scattered them in so many different ways, right. One popular way of doing this was through the Atlantic slave trade. Now, with that being said, let us get some scriptures. Alright, so the first one being Acts 13 verse 41, and it reads, "Behold, he despises and wonder and perish, for I work a work in your days, a work which ye shall in no wise believe, though a man declare it unto you." Right? Why you won't believe it? Because because right because basically it's difficult to know that you've done everything in your power to rob a nation of their identities, but they're still coming out and professing their true identities, right? And you see the same group of men coming out here and declaring it unto you, right? No one will believe this, right? No one will believe even that we are the true biblical Israelites. Only the selected few that are supposed to, right? All right, Ezekiel 37. 16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it, for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. Then take another, so one stick, and then take another stick, and write upon it, for Joseph the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions. And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. So this is symbolic, right? What's the stick they're talking about? This is a stick right here, right? This is 12, the 12 tribe of Israel together, right? And it says that what it symbolizes is the fact that all the Israelites that were scattered through the corners of the earth, or quarters of the earth, by slavery, which is one of the mechanisms that they use, right, will be coming back together as one, right? But and how will this be done, right? Through preaching, of course, All right, coming out here and in the highways and the byways and teaching this word. Right. So essentially, that means that the Most High have an elect. Matthew chapter 24, verse 31. And it reads, "And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other." Right, so this is explaining everything that I just said. Right, gathering the Israelites, that's the Latinos, the Native American Indians, and the Negroes from the four corners of the earth, or four winds, together. Right, and this, as I said, is done through preaching. Right, 1 Corinthians 1, verse 21. And it reads, "For after that, in the wisdom of Yahweh, the world by wisdom knew not Yahweh. It pleased Yahweh by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe." Alright, so we'll come out there in the highways and the byways to gather the elect and save the elect. Right, whosoever hear this word and find it to be good. It said the scripture says a wise man commend a good word. Commend a good word. Alright, it said, "My sheep hear my voice and they follow." So whosoever find this thing to be gospel to them, right, those individuals will be the elect. Alright. Scripture. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 21. Say verse 20, sorry. So Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. It says, "And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but then I shall see thy teachers." So now you're seeing these individuals almost on every corner you turn up. Right? Prophesying the downfall, not just about gathering the elect or teaching the true biblical Israelites their nationality, which are the Latinos, the Native American Indians, and the Negroes. Right? It's not just about that, but also the downfall or the destruction of this current empire. Right? This current economy. Right? Which is modern Rome. Right? America. You will not see America in the scriptures, but the description that you'll see in the scripture suits only one country, which is America, which is Babylon, our spiritual Sodom and Egypt, right? Spiritual Sodom. Why? Because of the confusion that exists there currently. You get a feeling like a man can get a feeling like a woman today and dress and behave like a woman. They don't see anything wrong with that, right? A man can decide that he wants to change his sex. They have the facilities to accommodate that. They don't see anything wrong with that, right? Man sleeping with man, and that's a nationwide thing that's been legalized nationwide, right? They don't see anything wrong with that. Confusion, right? That is why Sodom, Egypt. Why? Because that is where we serve hardcore slavery, right? America was built on the backs of slaves, right? Their blood, their sweat, their tears, right? So this is where they serve hardcore slavery, and the word Egypt means bondage. All right, so spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt. All right, moving on. All right, so this video really, as I said, it was interesting because it addresses a couple of questions, right? One, who are these individuals, the Israelites, regrouping? Or is it that they are being gathered? Or is it that the elect is being gathered, right? It's also identify what they prophesied about. So it's not just about gathering the elect, right? But it's also about the downfall of this current empire. They're prophesying about that as well, right? But how do they know what is in store and what is the plans of the powers that be, right? What are the plans of the powers that be, the so-called elites or the so-called white man, right? Which is Esau in the scriptures, all right? And what will be their demise, or what will be the end of them thereof, right? Or what will be their destruction, or what will lead to their destruction, right? So these are the things that's being addressed in this video. All right, so um, let us get Jeremiah 28, verse 8, and it reads. He said, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence," right? But this is what we're prophesying about now, right? Nothing has changed, right? It's a of war, right? Prophesying about war between America, Russia, Iran, and all the other nations involved, right? We're prophesying of the evil that is to come. We're prophesying about pestilence. We're prophesying about the plagues, right? The coronavirus is rampant right now, right? They're making a big a scare out of this thing, right? The locusts all over in Africa, right? Um, Famine is right around the corner because in America they're having challenging now locating food, right? So this is what the prophets before us prophesied about, and we continuing in the same word, in the same spirit, in the same content. All right. He also prophesied about uh, the division that exists between the powers that be right now, and that's Matthew 12 verse 25. All right, and it reads. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? Which is the same thing we're seeing right now, right? I mean, there are riots all over in Greece, in Hong Kong, in what's the other one? Berlin, right? We're seeing uproars, right? We're seeing talks about wars. We're seeing retaliation between America and Iran right there in Iraq, with U.S. troops getting attacked, UK troops getting attacked. We see trade wars. We see other things coming out right now. We see where America attacked um, Iran and killing the Soleimani, their military general. We're seeing the war being brewed. We're seeing the narrative for it, right? We're seeing all these things. So this is what we're prophesying about. This is what the prophets before us prophesied about, and we're seeing this great division now because in most of these cases, right, it's Europe against America, right, which they are the same people. Esau. So there's a current division among them, all right, the elites, all right. So we see clearly where the war, which is America, right, giving their philosophy, or passing their philosophy throughout all the other countries, which is basically putting the battle to the mouths of those other nations, right? We see where all these countries now eating the war, right? It's a verse 12. It's Revelation 17, verse 12. And then the 10 horns, which these horns or beasts or wherever you see those kind of things in the scripture, in most cases they're talking about a kingdom, they're talking about an economy, they're talking about the current ruling bodies. All right, say, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are the 10 kings which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings one hour with the beast. All right, they say, these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb, which is Yahushai, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called chosen and faithful, and said unto me, The waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall eat the whore. Right, this is the point right here. They shall eat the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Burn her with fire. Right, what does that look like? Alright, this is what it looks like. This right here, this is when the warriors hit and come back from out of the atmosphere, out of the sky, right, and hit the earth. All right, so that is what it looks like, right? And this must look familiar to you people. You've seen this, as I said, the teachers, they are all over now teaching this word, teaching the same thing that I'm talking, right? On the corners, everywhere in the chief concourse, right? And as you can see, the sign here talking about the destruction of Babylon, of modern Rome, right? Right. So as I said, there's a glitch in the matrix here, right? Because we're not supposed to know this, but we know the plan, right? And we see where these men are following all the prophecies step by step to their destruction. And we're talking about it, we're preaching about it. And it is kind of strange. Well, it is really strange to see a group of men who you've devised so many different ways and mechanisms to destroy them, reduce them as a people, reduce them in numbers, right? But yet still they keep growing, and they're coming and they're speaking against your kingdom, they're speaking against what you plan or what you have planned in store for us, right? And they're telling you what you're about to do before you even do it, but you still find yourself doing the same thing, following the same narrative. This must be frightening for Esau, right? This itself is a glitch in the matrix, right? And as pointed out earlier, this is why this topic is interesting, right? You didn't this you've mastered the art of psychology and controlling people, controlling the mass, right? And you are doing what you're doing now to control the mass, but yet still you see these men popping up all over the world, talking and pointing you out, you being the devil that the scripture speaks of, right? Which you tried so hard to remove that stigma from yourself, right? It's a glitch in the matrix, right? But most I have something planned in store for you as well, right? Before we get, I'll get Revelation 13:11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, two horns. The Republicans, Democrats, as I said, the scripture gives you a nice description, right? Of Babylon, America, right? You won't see America in the scripture, but it gives you the breakdown, gives you the description. Two horns, right? The two horns symbolize the Republicans and the Democrats. And he spake as a dragon, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him. First beast before him, and caused it, as I said, this is Rome all over again, and caused it the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire to come down from heaven. As I said, America is known for this, is renowned for this, right? They are notorious for this, right? They dropped Little Boy and Fat Man and Japan, Nagasaki and Hiroshima, right? Say he do a great wonder. So this is the wonder that he has done, so that he maketh fire to come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Right, good description. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused it all, both small, so this is RFID chip that I spoke about earlier, which is the mark of the beast, both small and great, rich and poor, and free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, which is a feature of the RFID chip, the central database by the blockchain technology, right? Where you can only complete your transactions online. They're moving towards a cashless society, which is why you see this corona scare taking place right now, this coronavirus scare, right? And they're getting people in the habit of completing transactions online. Another thing that is spiraling out of control is what the information that is the information and misinformation that is coming out on the internet through social media. So sooner or later, these men will lock down the internet. You won't have access to this world. You won't have access to the internet. You won't have access to needed information. All right. So moving on, woman might buy herself. So you can't buy yourself if you don't have the RFID chip. or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of what? Of a man. And his number is 603 score and 6. Moving on. Alright. So just as he's about to fill his belly, right, the Most High will destroy his plan. As I said, the understanding was given to us to know what is to come. Right, and it is here in the scriptures. Job 20:23, and it reads, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Right, so just as he's about to implement the RFID Egypt to get his system, to get his new world order, right, and to reduce the world population to the number of his liking, according to the Georgia Guidestone, 500 million. Alright, so moving on. Musa will destroy him. Right, and this man is being revealed now. The scripture here shows you a lot, right? His actions, his agendas that he's currently implementing shows you a lot as well. All right, so 2 Thessalonians 2:3, and it reads, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come. So the end is not yet come, even though we see all these things taking place now, right? Except there come a falling away first, right? So basically, falling away has happened already, right? Our people, they lost their identity, the way of life, the belief, the customs, the laws, commandments, and all that was given to them, right? So our people are now going about to and fro the earth, calling themselves different names, various names, proverbs and bywords and so on, right? So we see where the falling away took place already. I say, and that man of sin be revealed. So who is the man that we're talking about? Is it is it this man? No, this is who they would like for you to believe is the devil, right? But it's a man here on face of earth, right? You see, and that's why the scripture said that that man of sin be revealed. He's being revealed now, the son of perdition, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God, right? Opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God. This man said he can make better food, he can make people better, right? The current way of life, the nature, and all of that, that the Most High had orchestrated and put in place, he can do it all better. That is how this man feels. This is the pride at the elite, all right? Continuing, or that is worshipped, so that he as God is sitting in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, right? You know, they have this image that people worshiping, which they refer to as a Christ, which is an image of Caesarea Borgia, right? A white guy with stringy hair and blue eyes, right? Which that image is not biblical in at all. The scripture tells you that the Lord is of dark complexion and has woolly hair. All right, moving on. So that is giving you a good description of who the devil is. Alright. Isaiah 14. 14 and 16, it said, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? As I said, drop the bombs on Japan. Alright. And the world subdued to them and made the US dollar the reserve currency, the petrodollar, all of that. Alright. So this is a man who made the earth to tremble, right, and did shake kingdoms, right. His destruction is right around the corner, right. In fact, his destruction will come with a great noise, right. It's Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5, and it reads, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noises. In the ancient time it was swords, bucklers, shields, arrows, and spears, and this is what they used to fight their battles, right, and was a great noise of confusion, a great tumult, right, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Burning, right? Burning, right? fuel of fire. All right. Moving on, Revelation 6 and 12, and it reads, And I beheld, and when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And that looks like when the nuclear is launched into the atmosphere, right? And then the wire separates itself and falls back to earth, right? This is what it looks like, right? It's that description here. This is what it is speaking of. Alright. Continuing. It's saying, and heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. Give you an image of that as well. This is heaven being rolled together. Alright. Parted as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place, and the kings of the earth, and great men, and rich men, and the chief captains, and mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in dens and in the rocks of the mountains, which is what they'll do, right? And it said the mountains and the rocks, and said to the mountains and the rock, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb, which is Lord of Lords, King of Kings, which is Yahweh Shai. Right, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Right, it said, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? They'll still go up and fight against him in fear and be destroyed. Right, Isaiah 9. Again, verse 15. And it reads, The ancient and honorable he is the head, and the prophet that teacheth lies is the tail. For the leaders of this people cause them to err. So our people really don't have no leader because our politicians are leading them blind, right? Cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed, right? So 2/3 will be cut off and die. They'll go through the fire, right? They'll be destroyed. Who's not destroyed by the sword will be destroyed by the pestilence and the plagues, right? Therefore the Lord said, the Lord shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows, for everyone is an hypocrite and an evildoer, and every mouth speaketh folly. For all this is anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. For wickedness burneth as fire, it shall devour the briars and the thorns, and shall kindle in the thickest of the forest, and they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as fuel to the fire. Right? Bring it out again. Bring it up again. Yeah. Right. Fuel to the fire. No man shall spare his brother, and he shall snatch on the right hand, which we're seeing this happening. We're getting so America is getting a little taste of this right now because they can hardly find food. They have to drive how many miles just to get bread, right? And he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. Famine is coming, pestilence is coming, the sword is coming. All these we've been talking about these, right? And coronavirus is helping to bring them closer because we see where the society is slowing down or grinding is ceasing, right? And we see where this credit-based system is about to collapse. The economy is about to fail. The money is about to fail, which is why they want to restart the system and destroy a lot of you people. Right, that's their plan. That's a new world order. Let me just quickly grab that one as well. All right. Um, what is this happening? So while that loads, just quickly get it. Alright, so this is First Maccabee, chapter 2, verse 17, and it reads, Then answered the king officers. Alright, let me just read this one then. Alright, First Maccabee, chapter 1. First Maccabee chapter 1 verse 44, it says, For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land, right, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and the festival days, which is what our people are doing now, and following the ways of the heathen, following the ways of the so-called white man, right, and pollute the sanctuary and the holy people, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts, right, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation, to the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances, and whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die. Right, so this is the new world order for everybody to follow the commandment of the king, and we're getting that from here as well. This is First Maccabee, chapter 2. Let me start. Um, Verse 19, he said that, Then Matthias answered and spake with a loud voice, Though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him, and fall away every one from the religion of their fathers, and give consent to his commandments, yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. We will not hearken to the king's word to go from our religion, either to the right hand or the left. And so they want them to follow, like all the other heathens, and do their bidding. Alright, moving on. That's the new world order there for you. Alright, but at the same time, while all this is taking place and all this chaos is coming up on the earth, the Most High will save his elect, right? And his elect, they have a mark, right? It's a mark of exemption. Exempted from what? Exempted from judgment, right? This is Ezekiel 9 verse 5. It says, And to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the city and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity, slay utterly, old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, which is this mark right here, means exempt from judgment, right? And begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. And let me get the final precept, which is Revelation 9. Alright, on verse 1, it says, And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fell from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit, and he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power as scorpions of the earth scorpions of the earth have power. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of Yahweh in their foreheads. Right? They say, and to them it was given that they should not kill them, but they should torment them 5 months, and their torment was the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man. Right? So that's basically it for this, right? Let's do a quick recap, right? So as I said, this is a glitch in the matrix. We address a couple of things here. We address what, how is it that these men who they've, teach for years that they are Latinos, Native American, Indians, and Negroes, they're coming back together to the true nationality. They're coming back and they're getting the true identity, right? That is done by preaching, right? These men not only preach about what true identity, they preach also about the destruction of this current empire, like all the other prophets before us did, right? And we see where a division is taking place right now. You have riots all over, right? We see where the chaos is taking place, right? And that division is between Esau himself, right? His kingdom is coming apart, and we see where those other countries will hate the war, which is America, right? And just as he's about to implement his plan, which is the New World Order, the RFID chip, right, to maintain his dominion, right, and reduce the world population to his preferred number, which is 500 million, according to the Georgia Guidestone, right? The Most High will destroy him, right, just as he's about to fill his belly, and he's being revealed right now, that man of sin, right? Is a man here on the face of earth, right? And the description was given to you through the scriptures, right? And this destruction will come with a great noise, which a great noise is by way of thermonuclear fire, the ICBMs, right? And islands will move out of their place, right? We've been teaching this, but the leaders of this people is causing them to err, and 2/3 will die, only 1/3 will be saved and try to unify and refine as gold, right? Which is the elect of the Most High, right? And they'll be saved and delivered from the chaos that is to come. So that pretty much sums up, and that's a quick recap. Oh, this video was edifying. So with that, shalom.